true. The Brundtland Commission defined sustainable development in this way. It said sustainable development is development that meets the needs of the current generation without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. So this is an idea of intergenerational justice and intergenerational sustainability, that we, the current generation, have a responsibility to the future to manage our lives and manage the economy in such a way that we do not hinder future generations in meeting their needs. That concept of
we can be.
We must be the first generation
to end extreme poverty.
The generation
most determined
to fight injustice
and inequalities.
The generation that saves the planet from climate change.
And this is how it will get done.
The global goals.
A 15-year plan
For everyone, everywhere.
With no one left behind.
We will live in a world
where nobody
anywhere lives in extreme poverty.
Where no one
goes hungry.
Where no one
Wakes in the morning
Asking if there will be food today.
We will live in a world where no child has to die of
diseases we know how to cure.
And where proper health care
is a lifelong right for us all.
We will live in a world
where everyone
goes to school.
and education gives us the knowledge
and skills
For a fulfilling life.
We will live in a world where all girls and all women have equal opportunities
to thrive
And be powerful.
and safe.
we cannot succeed if half the world is headed back.
We will live in a world
where all people can get clean water
And proper toilets at home,
At school.
and at work.
We will live in a world where
there is sustainable energy for everyone.
Heat, light,
And power for the whole planet.
without destroying the planet.
We will live in a world where economies prosper.
a new wealth
Lead to decent jobs.
for everyone.
And we will live in a world
Where our industry,
Our infrastructure and our
best innovations,
Are not just used to make money, but to make all our lives better.
we will live in a world
Where prejudices and extremes of inequality
Are defeated
inside our countries,
and between different countries.
where people live in cities and communities
That are safe, progressive,
and support everyone who lives there.
where we replace
what we consume.
Planet where we put back what we take out of the earth.
We live in a world that is decisively rolling back from
climate change.
where we restore
and protect the life in our oceans and seas.
will restore
and protect
Life on land.
The forests,
Animals,
The earth itself.
with peace between and inside countries.
where all governments are open.
and answer to us for what they do at home and abroad.
And the justice rules.
With everyone equal before the law.
where all countries and we their people,
Work together.
partnerships of all kinds,
To make these goals a reality.
These are the United Nations global goals.
for sustainable development.
Let's get to work.
When you are named the faith keeper of the Onondaga Council of Chiefs, and for me, it was 51 years ago, you are told that we are now placing in your hands all life, and it is your responsibility to look after all life. Every person, every tree, every animal, every stream, and the earth itself, unto the seventh generation.
Yeah, a good afternoon to each and every one of us. Congratulations. Let me be the first person to give a round of applause to each and every champion right here. I can see the energy and the chat and the YouTube, and it's really, really amazing. It's been a whole long work. I can imagine the efforts, the master classes, the only school projects, the old hassles and everything. Congratulations once again for making it to this stage. I must say, well done, well done, well done to each and every one of you all. And yes, we have a whole lot packed in today, and I'm sure you're all excited as we are. Once again, congratulations and welcome to each and every one. Today marks a great day here at SDSN Youth Nigeria, and I'm officially welcoming everyone, our distinguished special guests, esteemed leaders of SDSN, the members of the Leadership Council, partner and member organizations, our dedicated volunteers. Here is my clap for you all, our passionate advocates. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Our inspiring change makers, thank you. And to everyone joining us locally, globally, across the globe, thank you all very much for being a part of this. It's an honor to welcome you to the SDGs Advocacy Programme 2025 Impact and Graduation Ceremony. It's packed. And this is a moment where we celebrate commitment, we celebrate leadership and tangible action towards the SDGs. And on behalf of the organizing team, I'm saying thank you for being a part of this journey and for standing with the SDGs community as we celebrate achievements, share our stories of impact, and formally graduate our champions, our 2025 Cohort, SDGs Cohort 7 champions. Well done, well done, well done to you all, and thank you as we begin this impactful celebration. If there were music, I'd have said they should play the stand up for the champions song. But regardless, well done to you all. We are thrilled and really happy for your commitment and for making it this far. Well done to you all. Kudos to you all. All right, to save time, because yes, we really want to hear from different amazing individuals that have been a part of this great initiatives. And we really, really say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to you all. Yes, next on the agenda, we'll be inviting our very own Professor Ngozi Odiaka, the Country Director for SDSN Youth Nigeria, who will be giving us our opening and goodwill message. And we are really thrilled to have her join us today as she shares the opening and goodwill message. Thank you very much. Over to you, Ma.
Thank you so much, Oluwatoyin. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, clearly. Loud and clear.
So good afternoon to everyone. Good evening, good morning, wherever you may be. It's really a wonderful time for us together as a team. Mine is very simple, so I'll just kickstart the whole thing. So, distinguished guests, esteemed partners, the youth leaders, our great ones, and of course, the change makers. It is actually with great pleasure from us, SDSN Nigeria, that I welcome you to the 2025 Impact Celebration, and of course, the closing ceremony of the United Nations Sustainable Development Solution Network, Youth Nigeria. Today, like Oluwatoyin said, marks a culminating moment in our journey, honestly, reflecting on a whole year of impactful interventions, impactful strategy, impactful youth-led solutions, advancing the sustainable development goals across our nation, Nigeria. I would like to extend my very sincere, heartfelt appreciation to our special guest of honor, Dr. Roland Kayada, I hope I got it right, the Director of United Nations Information Center, Nigeria, for gracing this occasion with his esteemed presence. I'm sure he's somewhere in the room here. Your support, sir, and engagement are deeply valued. Thank you so much. Today, we really celebrate the remarkable milestone and the success stories achieved in 2025. I think I'm the happiest person, probably not even the people who are really coming out of it today, but we thank God. This includes the graduation ceremony for the SDGs Advocate Programme, that's the Cohort 7, the official launch of the Nigerian Youth Solutions Report, and also the presentation of other strategic publications produced throughout the year. These initiatives exemplify the power of youth-driven innovation and, of course, collaboration in shaping the sustainable development in Nigeria. So this ceremony today also serves as a forward-looking platform where we unveil new projects, new initiatives, and flagship events planned for 2026, demonstrating our strategic direction and renewed commitment to empowering youth for sustainable development. So, on behalf of the leadership of Sustainable Development Solution Network Nigeria, I really congratulate every youth leader, every change maker who has participated in our fellowships, including the SDGs Advocacy Programme, the Climate Actors Accelerator Programme, and many more. To the top 150 change makers whose solutions are highlighted in the 2025 edition of the Change Makers Report, we celebrate your dedication and impact. Do I say more grease to your elbows? More of it. I am so confident that today's event will be a moment of reflection on our progress, a celebration of our achievements, and of course, a source of inspiration as we chart the course for the year ahead. Thank you all for being part of this remarkable journey, and I wish you a memorable and inspiring celebration. Congratulations, congratulations, and congratulations again. God bless you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. We really appreciate your impact as well, and we are thrilled to really have you on the call today. Thank you very much for gracing your patience.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, ma'am. Next on the agenda, we'll be having our media theme project, impact story video. I know that one way or the other, we might be wondering, okay, what have been the experiences of the advocates over time, and what are the things they would like to share or tell us? So in a short video, we'll be having played shortly. We'll have them share their experiences and what this advocate program has been like for them. So yeah, and following it, we'll be having our 2 live testimonials who will be coming up to share their experiences live here on the calls as well. So over to the media. Thank you.
I am pregnant. My name is Aisha Sani Abubakar.
My name is Shefim
My name is
My name is Muktas Suleiman.
I'm Dr. Batu Olamide. I am Esther. I am Princess Emmanuel. But my personal project, where I got to educate children about gender equality in a school program, I was able to reach out to younger children through the masterclass. I was able to learn a lot about climate actions and green economy. Working with the Enugu State SDG Advocates, we distributed first aid boxes to school, promoting SDG 3, which is good health and well-being. We also distributed solar lamps to students, promoting SDG 7, affordable and clean energy.
Leadership, communication, and community development.
We connect with many people and create changes the little way we could.
Maybe a chance
connect with more people, know more about the SDG, know how to contribute to a community.
It's not just a policy statement, it's a call to action. SDG Advocacy Programme strengthened my voice, expand my network, and equipped me with driving real change in my community. Transformational experience for me. It has taught me leadership, servant leadership. It has taught me that you don't have to have much to inspire change.
I appreciate the facilitators.
Thank you.
So I must appreciate the program because it's a very impactful one. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I'm also grateful for this opportunity, and I'm also grateful for being part of this solution.
A very big thank you to the program organizer. I'm grateful for this opportunity and committed to building a more sustainable and equitable future. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, as we all can see, it's been an impactful program. They gained several skills, several learning, and building a more sustainable and equitable future. That's just a section of it. Next, we'll be having our live testimonials where we'll have people share their experiences live on the call, and I'll be calling some names shortly who will be coming up to share with us what their experiences have been like for the SDGs Advocacy Program. Because we know that one way or the other, someone somewhere out there is being inspired and would want to take up the next one. But do we just stop at participating and not finishing, or do we just stop at participating just for certifications? Let's hear the different experiences from our live testimonials. I'll be calling on Kenneth Anyete Iyong. Sorry if I didn't pronounce that correctly. From Abuja. Kenneth Iyong from Abuja. If you're on the call, kindly unmute and proceed to speak. Thank you.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay, my name is Kenneth Anyete Iyong, a final year student from the University of Abuja. I'm currently studying physics. So it was a great privilege working with my colleagues in Abuja team. Initially, when I applied for the program, I did not expect much, honestly. But during the course of the program, I was opportunity to serve as the head of communication, community officer for the Abuja team. So I had the responsibility to assist my teammates, sharing information to them and guiding them through the program period. It was a great privilege because I had the opportunity to learn from them, people who have world experience ahead of me. And I also had the privilege of executing my own school project, of which I've always wanted to do. Initially, I had a plan of carrying out a project physically by myself. But as a young guy and still coming up and learning a lot of things, I couldn't do that. But during the course of the program, I was able to execute the project. And funny enough, I had the opportunity to speak to over 300 students, senior secondary school students from the school that I picked. And it was the school that I finished from. I did my secondary school. So it was a great privilege going back to the school and giving back to the school also. Then over to the community project. Also, I saw it as a great privilege going to give back to the society because we picked the IDP camp here in Abuja, and I saw that there was a great need for the people who stays at the IDP camp. We were able to teach them how to be able to refurbish items that have worn out, like bags, shoes, and most of the times in Nigeria, when you have those kind of things not in good shape, you throw it away. But with our colleagues, we're able to teach them and share how they can be able to revive it back to life and make use of it. honestly, it was a great experience, and I learned how to manage, people, and also to relate well with people of higher ranks, knowing that okay, I'm still coming up and learning a lot of things. And I really want to say a very, very big thank you to the organizers for making this program a success and for giving us this opportunity for us to learn and also get to learn from others. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kenneth. That was really, really a great feedback from you. And there's one thing I'd like to that I actually took from that. The program actually takes you out of your comfort zone. Imagine you being a bit, let's say, scared to start a project of your own or to do something, but now you're doing it and you've gained that leadership experience, community service. You're able to, teach people, manage resources. That's a really, really interesting thing. And imagine things we're able to do at the local level, how much more we can do when we get to the global stage. Thank you very much for the amazing feedback, Kenneth. That was really good. So next on the agenda, we'll be having the second live testimonial from another who is Adebayo Adetola Grace from Osun State. Adebayo Adetola Grace from Osun State. If you're on the call, kindly unmute and proceed to speak.
Hello, please can you hear me?
Yes, clearly. Thank you.
Okay. Good day to everyone, and I really appreciate this rare opportunity. So, sharing my positive impact story. That's a big deal for me because as a postgraduate student, of sustainable development practices already, and as someone that also runs a sustainable based company, when I joined or when I registered for SDSN, I was with the mindset of, well, let me just see what's new that I don't already know. Just let us check. But funny enough, it has been very impactful. First, I got to know that sustainability is measured with how knowledge is transformed or is transitions into impact and actions. It's more than just having the knowledge alone. So many people out there have the knowledge, especially when we did the community-based projects, interacting with some market women. They have the idea, but they don't know how to go about it. So that actually opened my mind that, okay, it's not like sustainable development is so new, although they might not know it as sustainable development, but most people don't know how to translate it into meaningful action and impact. So that got to me, and then it also helped me in seeing or having new ideas. Like I said, I own a sustainable based company, so it's especially during the master classes when we're talking about all these waste and everything. So it shaped my mind. It shaped my mind, and also in form of leadership. I've always been someone that I like doing it alone. I don't like it when things are not going my way. I like doing things fast, sharp, and but then it taught me patience, patience, and having the ability to remind your team members, because I had the privilege to serve as the Osun State team lead for Cohort 7. So it taught me patience, that true sustainability can never happen without collaboration and commitment to serve. Collaboration and commitment to serve. You must be committed to it, because if not, you can get tired. trying to achieve sustainable development can get tiring on one's spirit at times, but then with commitment, you know, you have the mindset of, okay, I'm not doing this for myself, I'm doing it for the community at large. So that's just the shots that that I'll be able to share on here. Thank you very much. Thank you, SDSN. I'm very, very grateful.
That's great. That was superb. You said short. That wasn't short. That was a lot. In fact, you left us with a quote that true sustainability cannot happen without collaboration and commitment to self. And that is profound, very profound, because most times we have it that people are interested in something just at the beginning and are not able to stay committed to it. So you've left something really, really profound. Thank you very much for the feedback. And we are really glad to see that, yes, the program really had an immense impact for you as an individual and to your team as a whole. Thank you very much, Grace. Thank you for the feedback. All right. So while we keep, just to save time, we'll be moving on to the next on our agenda. We'll still be having more live testimonials, so you all can stay tuned. But we'll be having another section now where our head for strategic growth and development will be coming up to tell and show us 2025 in a wrap. What are our milestones? What are the events we've done over the year? Our partners, we'd love to appreciate them, definitely. You know, we can't do it alone. It requires collaboration. It requires multi-stakeholder partnership. So here, we are here to highlight the different activities that have happened over the years. And it helps us to, you know, document and also see the progress that have been made over time. You know, sometimes you get to do a lot of things, and because you're not documenting, you feel you're not doing so much, whereas you are making so much impact. So we'll be having that section shortly, as I call on Elizabeth Oshinaike, the head strategic growth and development. Over to you, Elizabeth. Thank you.
All right. Hi, everybody. I was trying to mute myself. My name is Elizabeth again, and I'm excited to be amongst everybody, my fellow chain makers, our partners, and then the distinguished guests. And today is truly a significant moment for everybody in SDSN Youth Nigeria. And then we're not just celebrating the SDG Advocacy Program, but we're celebrating our impact in general, what we've been able to achieve as an organization in 2025. And then this is a very important point of the year where we are able to define our impactful interventions and the strong partnership and youth-led solutions that have been advancing the sustainable development goals in Nigeria and the world at large. And at SDS Youth Nigeria, our mission is for actions on sustainable development, reconnecting global SDGs priority with local realities. And in 2025, we did exactly that. And across university and community, we've been able to train youth leaders, equipping them with knowledge, skills, and confidence. So in general, what we're going to be talking today, what I'm going to be speaking exactly on is going to be a 2025 in a wrap, our impact and success story. And then I will just be going through the slide. And yeah, so in general, we've been able to train and engage youth leaders, equipping them with knowledge, skills, and confidence to really change where it matters the most. And then we've amplified community voices, ensuring that local development changes were not only heard, but addressed through practical youth-driven solutions. And then we've been able to strengthen multi-stakeholders engagement for collective SDG actions, showcase local solutions with global relevance, increase youth participation in SDG-related programs and leadership roles like what we're having today. We're having people that are getting graduated from the SDG Advocacy Program. And then we also have created a platform for youth to lead conversation on national and global development issues. And then we've been able to empower young people to drive sustainable development across Nigeria. Next slide, please. And then our 2025 impact snapshot across Nigeria, we've been able to reach more than 500,000 youths. I think someone should be clapping their hands because that's like a lot for an organization to be able to do that within a year. And then we've been able to reach out to 36 states plus the FCT covered and impacted. We've done a lot of change makers training and we've been able to reach out to 10,000 plus people, 40 plus skill building and training sections. We've been able to create 4 fellowships. We've been able to carry out 12 events hosted and co-hosted. We've been able to have 100 plus partnership engagements. We've been able to have youth-led organization support with about more than 50 organizations. We've been able to have change makers community across 36 states and counting. And part of the events that we've had in 2025 is Cohort. If you heard of Cohort before, could you like just drop an icon on the chat box? If you heard of the Conference of Youth on Environment and Climate, this is part of what we're known for in SDSN. Exactly. Thank you so much. And this is part of what we're known for. And Cohort exactly is a 2 days hybrid event. That means we hold it virtually and then we also have it on site. And then it helps us to commemorate the World Environmental Day, which holds in June 2025. And then this year conference, we were able to team it unlocking a plastic-free future through innovations and action. And the best part of this is that we're able to get 2,000 plus delegates, which is like phenomenal. And then we've been able to get 20 plus candidates from various countries to be a part of this. We had across 36 states in Nigeria. We had 18 expert speakers. I want you all to like clap for SDSN because this is like a phenomenal milestone with the Conference of Youth on Environment and Climate. And then we're able to also carry out something called the Nigerian SDG Changemaker Forum. We had the likes of Yumna Khan. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name properly. We have the likes of awesome people. Our one and only Mr. Emmanuel Olaoluwoyo was also a part of the people who spoke, and the team was local youth action and cross-border partnership that for lasting change. So this is actually something we spoke about. We had the SDG Changemaker Forum, which were able to engage with pioneer organization and innovative projects driving sustainable development in Nigeria. And then the change makers were able to witness first-hand importance theory that translates into impactful action. And then we had 25 plus participants, 5 days in FCT Abuja. So we're all around. And then this is, it's more like a pictorial evidence that showed what we've done. And then we also have the voluntary national review, whereby we're able to have a report on the United Nations on progress toward the sustainable development goals, focusing on 5 priority SDGs. And we're able to have the academic and scientific committee for the Nigeria 2025 voluntary national review, marking the country's 3rd report to the United Nations on progress towards achieving the sustainable development goal. That is awesome. Like, we're not just all talks, we are action-based community. And then we also went ahead to carry out the SDG Advocacy Programme, the Cohort 6 and 7, which I'm sure we have some of the graduates on this call today. And then this is like something that's like really dear to my heart because SDG Advocacy Programme is something that I've always spoken about. And then in the Cohort 6, we're able to have 3,505 advocates trained. Like, that is phenomenal. I haven't seen an organization that's a standalone organization that's been able to train this amount of people in just one setting. And then we have 690 certified candidates, 33 community impact projects. We have 33 virtual webinars, 711 K-12 school trained. We have 15,000 direct beneficiaries. I think y'all should clap. This is phenomenal. We were able to enroll across 36 states and the FCT. And same thing goes with the Cohort 7. We didn't even stop. We went higher. We were coming from 3,505, and then we went ahead to 4,513 advocates trained for the Cohort 7. So we're moving forward. We're not relenting. We're pushing forward. We certified individuals. We had community-based projects, factual impact. We have kids to school trained. We had 32,000 direct beneficiaries. That is phenomenal. That just shows you that SDSN, we are not stopping. We're moving ahead. We're achieving the best. And then it's nothing short of an awesome achievement. And then we also have something called the Climate Actor Accelerator Program. And then it is unique opportunity for young innovators like you and myself, you, everybody that it's between the age of 18 and 35 to keep sharing knowledge and innovation. And then it's basically about the environment campaign cleanup effort, tree planting activities, ecological thoughts, and innovative thinking. So if you think Koyak was just phenomenal, then the Climate Actor Accelerator Program is just something that actually propels what we're doing in Koyak. So this is actually like a fellowship that we always do. And then guess what? We had phenomenal partners that we worked with in the year 2025. We had the SDG Academy, we had the One Foundation, we had the Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President. We have the Circular Economy Innovation Partner. We have the Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency, the Alternative Bank. We have Sterling. We have the Lagos Business School Sustainability Center. We have the United Nations of Nigeria. We have the International Climate Change, and we have StepDev. We have this organization partnering with us to make sure we're able to achieve our goals. And we are SDSN. We're really appreciative of these people who see the goal. They saw something in us, and they felt like it was important for them to be a part of what we have to achieve. And then we cannot stop thanking them, because we alone, don't forget, SDG 17 Partnership for the Goal. We are very keen about partnering with organizations that could help us to carry out those phenomenal goals that we're planning to achieve in SDS in Nigeria. And then I'm really excited to have everyone listen to us, and then we're not stopping. And then we know that in as much as we have people that are graduating from the SDG Advocacy Program on here, we're also here to talk about the impact we've been able to make in 2025. Thank you so much for listening to me. And then see you on as we continue the program. All right, bye.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth. In fact, it deserves a standing ovation. Thank you for the amazing update for the 2025 in wrap. Milestones, events, and partnerships. And we truly appreciate everyone that has made this a success. We couldn't do it alone ourselves. We needed each and every one of you, the organizations, and everyone that has been yielding to our call at different times. Thank you very much. Over to the next on the agenda, we'll be having live testimonials to be continued. First on the list, we'll be having Blessing Ibitoye from Abia State. If you're on the call, kindly unmute and proceed to speak. Blessing Ibitoye.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ibitoye Blessing Oluwafumlayo. I'm from Ekiti State, but I'm a serving corps member in Abia State. So today I completed my NYSC and I just passed out. And I'm coming from the from the local government, so I'm just settling in. Okay, so starting this cohort, I was actually someone introduced me to it, a friend of mine. I was very skeptical about it. So I joined. I was like, okay, I'm so much interested about SDG because it happens to be my CDS. So I'm into the health, and most times I'm like, okay, health. I was like, okay, let me go into SDGs. Let me see what it's about. And I was introduced to SDSN, SDG Advocacy Programme Cohort 7. I joined, and it was, fortunately for me, we had our first meeting, and I was chosen to be the team lead. There were a lot of backs, ups and downs. They're like, I'm not Igbo. I'm Yoruba. I was like, don't worry, I'll try my best. I'll give you my best. So I would say it was not really easy, but I'll start from the master class. I really learned a lot, especially on leadership, circular economy, and all. My knowledge about SDG was expounded. I learned a lot, especially in terms of leadership. So when I was chosen as the team lead for SDSN Abia State team, I had I used those leadership skills that I learned from the master class. I was able to delegate tasks to other persons, ensure that everyone participates. I checked up on my team members, ensure that they did their own in-school projects. Carrying everyone along was not really easy for me, and I was not really so good at leadership. But this program gave me the opportunity to more leadership, and most especially, I had the opportunity to carry out an own school project, which I never thought I would even do something like that. So I was even planning of carrying out my own personal CDS and all. I was like, okay, I have own school project. And in the SDGs CDS where we belong, we are planning club launching for SDGs in schools in Abia State. So it was so easy. Everything was falling in alignment. I went to a school, I spoke to over 500 students. Then we carried out our community projects, having to teach the student about SDG. And not just, we didn't just stop there. I collaborated with the NYC and other NYC SDG group and other governmental organizations to join. And we felt like just going there to talk about SDG, we should not just stop there. There should be a sustainable plan by carrying it, following up. So we used that opportunity to start a club in the school, and not just one school, like two other schools. So we started a club launch, and the students were very, and I didn't know I could do all this anyways. I didn't know I could do all this, and I never knew that okay, coming to serve in Abia State, I would do something like this. So it was like an opportunity for me, going to the markets for the community-based projects, having to speak to the market people about good water hygiene. We also shared bottles to the students. So also shared bottles to students in at the community high school there in Abia State, Umahia. We shared, and again, this program made me to believe in myself. Yes, most times I would doubt myself, can I do this? But one thing I got from this program, I feel fulfilled in the sense that I came here to serve in Abia State, and I did not just serve in Abia State. I was also someone of importance, having to lead the fellow Abia people, because most of the people here, the Abia, yes, the other core members are also part of this program, but other Abia States people, we collaborated with them. I'm coming from Lagos, It's a girl coming to Abia State, leading them. It was wonderful. It was really wonderful. So I'm grateful to SDSN for this program and having to enlarge my mind as regarding SDGs. Yes. So that's my story.
Great, blessing. Thank you so much for the feedback. Leadership, fulfillment, learning experience, and much more is what the Advocate Program has been imbibing in individuals over time. Thank you very much for the feedback. Amazing. All right, next on the list, we have Winston David Lawrence from Adamawa State, who would also be coming to share his life testimonial. Thank you. Over to you, Winston. If you're on the call, Winston. Kindly unmute and speak if you can hear us. Winston from Adamawa State, Winston David. Okay, while we await his feedback, if he's unable to speak, let's have Billy Kiss Oyewoga. Oyewaga Afolabi. Sorry if I didn't pronounce that correctly. Bilikis Afolabi from Niger State. Bilikis Afolabi from Niger State. Kindly confirm you can hear us and proceed to speak. Okay, without wasting much time, if we don't have the participants here on the call now, we might have to proceed to the next on the agenda. But in the meantime, we want to say thank you all for staying till now. Thank you so much for the input, and also thank you to our amazing member organizations. We are now part of the SDSN Youth Nigeria Network. Thank you so much. And a huge shout out to also the top 150 change makers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it's great to have you on this call tonight, this afternoon. Thank you very much. So shortly, we'll be moving on to the next on the agenda, where we'll be having our project lead for the SDGs Advocate Cohort 7 join us and share with us the SDGs Advocate Impact Brief, where we'll be sharing different updates regards the SDGs Advocate Cohort 7 program, and we'll get to see the impacts that have been made in this cohort. Over to you, Mayowa.
Oh, so sorry. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, clearly.
All right. So apologies. I thought my mic was not here before. So I'll briefly walk us through the key statistics and impacts highlighted for the SDG Advocacy Programme 7 based on the consolidated data, and that's my profession. And for me, I'm a data analyst, and we are key about numbers. And what SDSN has also taught us is that we keep numbers. We don't play with numbers. And we began this journey with a very strong show of interest across board, onboarding 5,057 advocates through initial registration. And through that process, which we went through the screening process of about 4,513 advocates, which were trained and successfully onboarded on this project. All right. Please, can someone help me with the can someone help me with the link? With the Oh yeah, thank you so much. So after the second and the third qualification phase, we had about 2,821 advocates that met the required uh, requirements, the program requirements. And from this group, today we're having 634 plus advocates fully certified and having met the required standard score for this impact. So in terms of our and I think our advocates and everyone on the call deserve a round of applause for this. So in terms of our projects and engagement, highlights, in terms of the impact delivery, the cohort recorded about 1,891 total project submission, but out of it, we have unique numbers of 1,146 unique projects implemented across the 36 states in Nigeria and FCT. And out of these, we have a lot of numbers 836 community-based impact projects. We have 582 webinar, and for the only school, which is the main core of this program, we have 906 only school projects, K-12. We have 906 students that were reached across the 36 states and SUC. So, and we can see the geopolitical zones across our uh, geopolitical zones. North Central 180, Southwest we have 152, Northwest we have 140, we have South 2, and Southeast 52, and Northeast we have 48 advocates around these geopolitical zones. And we have them here on the call, both on the Zoom link and also on our YouTube platform. And I think these advocates also deserve a round of applause again. Thank you so much. So the next slide. The next slide. So you can see my amiable state team leads, team members here, because I call them my colleagues from Zamfara. We have Musa Ibrahim, we have Michael Ibitoye, though they are here on the call, on the chat, on the Zoom call. So I'm just glad to call them in to this call. Michael Ibitoye, Israel, Bright, we have Muhammad, Aaron, Chizong, we have Paul Nazar, we have Abdul Rauf, we have Caroline Bawa, we have Uchena, we have Priestley, we have Tadios, we have Ayatu. So can you move please? So because I need to just mention these team members because they tried their best, they've done a lot of things. So we have one now, we have Grace, we have Emmanuel, we have Ifedola Paul Roots, we have Jacob, we have Victor, we have Blessing, we have Ayobide, we have Isia, we have Robert, we have Shalom, we have Fatima, we have Mandolin, we have Uwana, we have Chase. Is that all? Please, I still want to read more because I need to just mention their names. Thank you so much. I just want to really say thank you to these people. And also, I'll also say to my team members, we have my core team members, we have we have Chineye. Like Chineye has been a very utility player with me, and it won't be nice if I do not mention Chineye. And also we have Augustine. It won't be nice if I do not mention them. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And over to you, Oluwatoyin. Thank you so much again, once again.
Thank you to our project lead, Mr. Mayo Asholola. It's been an amazing, the SDGs Advocate Program is an interesting one, a lot at the back end than what you see out there, a lot of work at the back end. And I must say, a huge thank you to our project lead and the supporting team members. You all are amazing. It's been a lot of hard work. It's been a lot of putting things to get things in shape and all of that. Thank you all so much. Your efforts are really, really appreciated for the impact you're making in your community, in the country, and globally as a whole. Thank you very much. Next on the agenda, we are having a very special moment now. Next on the agenda, we'll be welcoming our very own special guest address, and very own special guest, Dr. Ronald Kayanja, the Director, United Nations Information Center, Nigeria, who will be sharing with us the special guest address shortly. And it's really, 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 we are really honored. Let me use that word. We are really honored to have you join us and honor our call to be a part of the celebration and part of our impact stories today. Thank you very much for being present here today. And yes, I'll pass it over to you, sir. Welcome, Dr. Ronald. And yes, over to you.
Thank you very much for having me, and Greetings to all of you. Congratulations to the change makers and the entire Sustainable Development Solutions Network. I'm so overwhelmed by the kind of work you have done. The report that was presented about what you have achieved in the year 2025, the amount of work you have put in to promote the Sustainable Development Goals. I have to just congratulate you. You are really showing what we are always saying, that the youth are not the leaders of tomorrow, but you're actually the leaders of today, leading in implementing this important program, the Sustainable Development Goals. I very much enjoyed the testimony of Blessing. Blessing for two reasons, because Blessing said when she was talking about the SDGs, she didn't just go to talk about SDGs or Sustainable Development Goals, but she was starting from those goals that were relevant to the people, whether it is clean water or things like that. So I think that is always our approach, that the jargon about Sustainable Development Goals and so on, maybe people will not understand, but they will understand when you talk about clean water, the issues they face in their community. So I liked very much what Blessing was saying. But the other thing I liked about what Blessing was saying was the kind of, that it's not just enough to talk. So we don't just talk about the SDGs, but we do something. So I also like that, because it's not enough to go and preach the SDGs, but we do something. And I know that all of you are doing something in the community to exemplify what the SDGs are all about. So I really want to commend you and congratulate the cohort, the 7th cohort who are graduating today and who are spread all over the country. I congratulate the team leads who have been read to us. Thank you so much for the great work you are all doing. As you know, the agenda for sustainable development, let me see if I can send my, okay. As you know, the agenda for sustainable development, which we always talk about, is an agenda that we started talking about 8 years ago. But when we started the implementation in 2015, many people thought it was going to be long. 15 years is a long time. We have already spent 10 of the 15 years, and the challenges still remain. We know that out of the goals, only we have 17 goals in the agenda, but out of those goals, it's only 1/3 that are on track, the targets. So we have 17 goals, 169 targets. Only 1/3 of those targets are on track to be achieved. And we have already gone 10 years into the Agenda 2030 and Sustainable Development Goals. We are facing the challenges of climate change, global inequalities are increasing, conflicts. And as you know, when the program of implementing the SDGs was only starting, we had a global pandemic that took us back. So we globally, not just in Nigeria, we are not doing so well when it comes to the Sustainable Development Goals. But we have about 4 or 5 years ahead of us. So with you in the lead and many others working on the goals, we can make sure that we achieve the targets by the target dates of 2030. Why are we so much keen on having young people involved? It is because even the definition itself of the sustainable development, which we got, I think the best definition we got for sustainable development was in 1987 by the Brundtland Report, that we should develop in such a way that as we meet the needs of the current generation, we don't limit or disadvantage the future generation from also meeting their needs. Meaning that as we produce, consume, get prosperity, and so on, we don't diminish the resources for those who will come in the future. And this, actually, the current generation has the largest number of young people, or those aged between 15 and 24, more than 1.8 billion. In fact, some estimates say 2.5 billion. And 60% of all Africans are under 25. And as you know, the median age in Nigeria is only 18. So it's a very young country. If we are going to achieve the SDGs, it is this group, who are the majority, that must participate. They must understand what is at stake. They must get involved. Then they must take the lead. And that is why I'm so happy when I see the kind of work you guys are doing, mobilizing young people from across the country, because this is one way, actually the main way, we are going to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals in the country. There are many examples, you've talked about them, of the kind of things that you are doing. And as I said, I go back to what Blessing said. We don't only talk. The advocates shouldn't just talk about the goals. They should do something. And there are many examples. I just listed here a few examples, but there are hundreds. Save the Slum Initiative, Plugging Nigeria. I also got involved at some point in the kind of work they are doing to ensure environmental sanitation, eco-sustainable network, building blocks for peace. Those are working on goal 16. And in the many of activities, now some of these initiatives are even going global. Many, many, many initiatives. So my call here is we don't only talk and advocate on SDGs, but we do something. We start initiatives. You can start an initiative on goal 2. You can start an initiative on goal 10. You can start an initiative on goal 8 or goal 6. But at least let's try something. We talk, yes, but we should do something. So advocates, I'm sure, and I've had from the testimonies that I've had, unfortunately, some of the testimonies were not we were not able to hear, but I'm sure you are doing something. So my point is, let's not just talk. Young people, you are great innovators. Let us also do something. We have various platforms for young people to get engaged. We have the UN youth leaders for the Sustainable Development Goals. And in fact, among those leaders, we have some Nigerian young people now, currently. Globally, you can get involved. We have the first UN Global Peace Advocate. I think you know her. She's a young Nigerian. We have Nigerian young people working on climate issues all over the world. So some of you are participating, and I encourage you to continue participating in the Africa Youth SDGs Summit. And in fact, the kind of work you have demonstrated here should be shared at the Africa Youth SDGs Summit so that other people, young people from other countries of Africa, can learn from what we are achieving in Nigeria, which is very phenomenal, which I'm so really happy about the kind of impact like you have made just in 2025. The presentation, if I remember correctly, you said you reached something like 500,000 young people. This is so phenomenal and commendable. These kind of examples should be taken to the Africa level and also shared globally. And I also encourage you to participate in the Africa Youth Climate Summit. This also holds annually. But beyond that, of course, even, and I know some of you do, participating in the Conference of Parties. Now the next one is going to be held in Turkey. We had the recent one in Brazil. So you are doing a lot at state level. You are doing a lot at national level, but I also encourage you to do more, to participate at Africa and global levels, because as you know, They're increasingly getting to know that the world is a global village. What happens in one place will affect what happens in another. Climate change knows no borders, for instance. It's what happens, the flooding that happens in one country, in Cameroon, will affect what happens in Nigeria. So we always think that we should work together, mobilize others together, even as we intensify mobilization within Nigeria. We have also started work around creatives, and I know there is a lot of creativity among young people using the creative platforms to promote sustainable development goals. One example I can give here, the SDGs Short Film Challenge, where we have seen thousands of young people from across Nigeria developing stories, developing films that talk about the sustainable development goals. I remember one short film which talked about education, the challenges of education in some area in northern Nigeria. Very impactful story. But remember also our global peace advocate herself is from the creative industry. So I believe that there is more talent among the young people here and in Nigeria to use the platforms of creativity that you have, all of you have, to promote the agenda for sustainable development. So advocates, please look into that as an example. There are many other platforms, but this one is one of them. We are facing a big challenge these days. There is shrinking donor funding, but the development needs are growing. And we don't think that this is likely to change in the near future. We know that many countries that used to give money for development financing, which we call ODA, are reducing because they are also facing their own challenges. Or security, you hear of the crisis of security in various countries of the world. People are building their militaries and so on. In Africa, we have to start being innovative. Africa is not poor, for sure. Our dependency on aid should reduce, and this is where you come in. We know, of course, that only less than 10% of development financing in Africa comes from ODA. But it is so important that we increase our internal creativity in the country so that we don't depend on others giving us handouts, but we use the money, the resources we have in the country to develop ourselves. And this is where you come in. We need to have more young entrepreneurs. We need to have more innovation. We need to use more technology, advanced technology, artificial intelligence. We need also to promote accountability, demand accountability from your leaders. In Africa, if we can close loopholes around which money is spent through corruption, through illicit financial flows, there are some companies which come to the country, they don't want to pay taxes, they play games in how they account for profits and things like that. Young people, please get involved in this area of accountability at state level. How is the state utilizing the funds that are coming to the state for education, for health, for infrastructure? We should start to see that the money that is available is put to great use. You see, if you are an SDG advocate, in the coming years, you should look into the finances that are available to promote the sustainable development goals, because we can't achieve the goals without financial investment. We have a lot of money in the country. If put to good use, it will help us to achieve the goals. So one of the responsibilities you have as advocates is to ensure that the finances of the country are put to proper use. Demand accountability from the leaders on how that money is being used, whether for health, for education, for agriculture to ensure that our people don't suffer food insecurity, and all the rest in terms of the sustainable development goals. This is a very important area for young people to follow up. So help us translate goals into action. I go back to the example of Blessing, where she said, so it's not just to talk, but translate those goals into action. What does goal 2, 3, 4 mean in action in Abia, or in Jigawa, or in Sokoto, or in Kwara State? We need to mobilize communities. And this is where I'm so happy, the kind of work that NYC you are doing, and the young people mobilizing communities to participate in Agenda 2030 and the Sustainable Development Goals, but also we need to build sustainable solutions. Young people, we understand your ability to innovate, to build sustainable solutions. So let us translate the goals into action. Advocates don't only talk about the goals, but translate the goals into action. Let us mobilize more at community level. And when we go to the communities, I'm sure you have been trained, it's not to just use the jargon of sustainable development, but talk about what affects people. There are some parts in Nigeria where the issue of climate change is key. The soils are degraded, farmers cannot get enough, but there are some parts where it is probably to do with the water and sanitation. So it is what is relevant to the community that we mobilize around. And I know that you will do this. Yes, we have challenges, as I said, but we also have great opportunities. And working with young people, young people, I really have no doubt that we will achieve these goals. The challenges, as I said, of financing of these that we have not achieved even up to half of the targets should not discourage us. These challenges actually should just make us even more determined to do more. And from us, from the UN, I pledge our continued support. While I congratulate all of you and thank you for the kind of work you are doing, I just want to say that we are open to hear from you and to work with you and to support you in the kind of work you are doing. Because even in the UN, the whole of the UN team in Nigeria, for instance, our main work is to support Nigeria to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. So we are going to work together. You are doing a great work, and I would like to thank you all and congratulate all our graduates for today. And I wish all of you the best as you continue to do this great work. Very, very important work of sustainable development. Thank you very much.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for the charge. You charged us today to stop talking and start doing. And we need to be specific in whatever thing we are doing. And I like the last part of the UN very much ready and open to support the Sustainable Development Goals here in Nigeria. And we are very much open to collaboration. Thank you so much. You can drop in the chat your take-home lesson from this special guest address, because I actually learned a lot in this short time. We need to be specific and we need to start doing. Stop talking, start doing. And look out for different initiatives. And when you're doing anything specific, address the SDGs that are affecting that particular location. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for the amazing time. Thank you very much. All right. Without much time, we'll be moving on to the next on the agenda, which is a very interesting one as well. Here we'll be reflecting on the SDGs Advocacy Programme Impact Report, the National Youth Statements, and the National Youth Solutions Report. Like we've been charged, we need to start doing. So who are those organizations that have actually been doing one thing or the other at the local level And, in one way or the other, they've been making significant impact. So they are being spotlighted and they need to, share some of these things with us today. So I'll be inviting our very own network coordinator, Mr. Emmanuel Ola Udowoyo, who will be taking us through this section on the publication and report release and the spotlight of 2026 initiatives. I know we all are anticipating next steps, next updates, next things we need to, start doing, like we've been charged, start doing. So 2026, God willing and God helping us, we look forward to interesting, amazing initiatives from us all. So I'll be welcoming Mr. Emmanuel Olaolowoyo, our network coordinator, who will be coming in for this section shortly. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. A very good evening to us all. I hope you can hear me loud and clear.
Yes, sir. Very clear.
Okay. All right. You can still drop the screen now. Please, media team, you can still drop the screen. I'll take it out. I'll take that off. Thank you very much, Oluwatoyin. Thank you for the coordination. And today is a very joyous day, which I'm so pleased and I'm so glad. And I firstly want to appreciate our esteemed leaders on this call, in person of Professor Ngozi Odiaka, the country director of the United Nations Sustainable Development Solutions Network, for support all through the year, and also the esteemed Leadership Council for their support all through the year. We sincerely appreciate, because we wouldn't have been able to achieve all of these if they don't support our initiatives. That's which I want to also greatly appreciate you for, sir and ma. And let me also appreciate our esteemed special guest of honor to today's event, Dr. Roland. Thank you so much, sir, and for those power-packed inspiration which you've shared with us. It's a good way to end the year with all of those. And if you are still thinking about an idea to start for 2026, you have said quite a lot of things which we can leverage on. And let me go straight to the celebrant of today. Congratulations to each and every one of you. We are glad that you made it to this very phase. And, there is no one that passed through SDG Advocacy Programme. I think most of the times I see many youth saying that I want to start my own initiative. In as much as you can get certified in this program, it's just that transformative process which happens over time. I can see the energy on YouTube. I was like, the energy on Zoom, you're just too gentle on this Zoom platform. I'm seeing the energy on YouTube is just so mind-blowing. Wow. Yeah, so my job here this evening is not primarily on the SDG Advocate, but it's also good for me to celebrate. I think my job here this evening is to celebrate a special set of people who, for some reason, in some places, we don't even know them. But one of the major projects which the organization we actually implemented this year is to create a platform to spotlight youth-led initiatives across the 36 states in Nigeria. And we felt like there is a need for us to see how we can create a national repository whereby when you're looking forward to any initiative around the SDGs, around the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, you definitely see it there. Most especially projects that are focused on addressing global problems, just like Dr. Roland has mentioned. And also to talk about the stories of impact and resilience. We believe these are quite a lot of real-life accounts of young leaders overcoming systemic changes and to create tangible community and social benefits in their respective location. And one thing which we are so glad for this year is when we launched out the application call, we had quite a lot of youths led organizations that signed up. I think over 600 or thereabout that signed up, and we're able to go through a 3-phase of screening, which we are so glad that many of those youths that were selected today are going to be, I think, I might not be able to show the entire document, but it's also important for me to just do a brief and detailed information about what their solutions are focused on. We have some of them that are more focused on renewable energy. We have some of those solutions that are focused on climate action. We have some of those solutions that are focused on climate smart agriculture, and across board. But this evening, we want to say that we are proud of each and every youth out there making great impacts in their respective community, accelerating the 2030 agenda for sustainable development. Just like it was said, yeah, youths are not the leaders of tomorrow. You are the leaders of today. You are the leaders that will determine if truly sustainable future is going to be achieved. So we want to celebrate each and every one. And coming up before the end of the year, we're going to be launching out this publication that entails the story of over 100 Nigerian youth solutions. And over time, we're going to be doing this more often. And also, earlier in this year, the focus of the World Environment Day this year was beat plastic pollution. And we're able to carry out a survey asking youth in different, this is actually, we even had reports from youths across African countries. We have some other African countries participating in this, so which even made us to question that this is no more a national youth statement. It's more of an Pan-African youth statement now. Talking about recommendation from youth across Africa to how we can get to beat plastic pollution. And also, we're going to be launching this and releasing this publication before the end of the year for everyone's consumption. So look forward to it. And the second part of my role this evening is our 2026 key initiatives. I know that many of, when Ms. Elizabeth was presenting, sharing some of our 2025 initiative, she mentioned the activities which we've done this year. Yes, it's so good that we're able to achieve all of this in 2025, but we wish to do more. We wish to do more. Even if you ask me that what's our target for SDG Advocate Program, our target is to train 100,000 youths in a year on, and just on SDG Advocate Program alone, I'm not sure we achieve 15% in a year. And we hope that even with the support of great organizations like United Nations Information Center, we are going to achieve this. So this is me informing you that, yes, the Quads 8 is out, and for each and every one that are going to be applying, please tell your family and friends, let them know that the next quad for SDG Advocate Program is out. Don't miss out in this. Please, you can. I hope you have that information. Like I said, the next quad for the SDG Advocate Program is out. Don't miss out in this. And also, we have just a minute. And also, we have the Climate Actors Accelerator Program, in which is also out. The application call is also out. For each and every interested applicant, kindly keep a tab on our social media platform and also some blogs platform which do post most of our programs. You can get to apply for this program there. And I also want to say this as an important information to every young change makers out there that are looking forward to build their knowledge and build their experience and get connected with top change makers, top leaders, global leaders across Nigeria. We have this very unique program which we organize every year. We call it the SDGs Changemakers Study Tour. Please, you must not miss out in this program. And it's going to be happening in the month of June 2026. And also, we have the Conference of Youth on Environment and Climate coming up next year. I know over time we've been having, I think this will be the 5th edition next year. The first to 4th edition was mostly in southwestern parts. I think this is a good news to my northern brethren. Yeah, Koyak is coming to North Central next year by the grace of God, and we believe that it's going to be a great time for each and every one of us. And one of those other very key initiatives which we are also going to be launching out next year is our SDG Change Makers Forum, bringing young leaders across the 36 states together. And one of our major priorities next year is to see how we can host everyone physically. And definitely, we're looking forward to partnership. We're looking forward to support from each and every one. And we hope that, yes, it's going to be a mind-blowing and transformative, impactful event for each and every one. Yes, the Changemakers report, which we're going to be publishing in the next couple of days. The 2026 edition application is also going to start in January. And for real, next year, it's going to be published during the Changemakers Forum. These are just few of our initiatives, which we might not be able to speak across all the programs which we're going to be launching next year. But, one important thing is if you are not part of the Changemakers community, ensure you join the Changemakers community. And if you are not following SDSN social media platform, ensure that you follow social media platform of the organization so that you can also be on speed and get the right information in time. Once again, I want to congratulate each and every change makers that are on this call, and to all our member organizations. We hope to work together the more next year, and we love and celebrate you. Thank you once again, and it's good to be here. Compliment of the season. Over to you, Oluwatoyin.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for sharing the update and also for making us anticipate 2026. I'm sure people are also excited about the updates and the different initiatives that are coming up. Thank you very much for your impact. And yes, we look forward to 2026. Thank you very much. All right, we are coming to a wrap, to a close of our 2025 Impact Celebration and closing ceremony. But before we go, there are key things we want our advocates to know. I know that right after now, there might be a lot of inquiries, a lot of feedbacks, a lot of things. Some people are wondering, oh, why haven't I gotten these? I've not gotten this copy. Please and please, we want you all to know that everything is being collated and done in stages. And please, if there's anything you want to know about, go to your state lead. Go to your state lead. Like I told you, there are a lot of hard work going on in the background, and it's intense. So we don't want people just DMing or messaging WhatsApp admin that you want to find out this or this. Go to your state lead, please. Kindly go to your state lead to make any inquiry, and to be channeled properly to the necessary individuals and in charge of the different stages of the program. And before I call on Director of Communications to come with the closing remarks, I really want to say a huge thank you to everyone that has been a part of this initiative. To our champions, our advocates, well done for the hard work. You all are amazing. You all are champions, and it's really amazing to see the impactful words, the impactful lessons, the experiences, different things people have learned. Some said leadership, community service. Some have started a bit of their initiative. Some are already aspiring to do a lot of things. That is the energy, that is the impact we love to see. Thank you very much for being a part of this. Trust me, you and we all make this very, very much impactful, and we can do it alone. Trust me. Your presence, your participation have really made this an impactful one, and I want us all to continue and don't give up. Don't say SDG Advocates Cohort 7 is over and that's all. We are not doing anything SDGs or we are not participating in community initiatives. No, the program is a stepping stone to do more. It's a stepping stone to do more. So please ensure that all the lessons you have learned in this program does not stop today. Take it on with you. We've been charged by our special guest that we should stop talking and we should start doing. So let's start doing that complaint you have in your community. Go out there and see the SDG that addresses it and start taking action. Thank you to our amazing volunteers as well from the programs team as well for the communication team. Sorry, I said programs team. But all the same, thank you very much to all our amazing team members and volunteers. Thank you so much. I'll be calling on our Director of Communications, Anita Kompi, who will be coming in to give us a closing remark, and we'll call the program to a close. Thank you all very much.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Yeah, so I hope you can hear me clearly, please. I'm probably well enough.
Very well, very clear.
Yeah, so it has really been an amazing session so far, from the beginning, since that's around 3 p.m. And we've been doing quite a number of talking with respect to, people making changes in society, because it's not just about we talking and, just talking. It's about, taking action and making sure that, all what we are talking about, comes into reality. That is the real aspect of, SDG generally. So I really want to say thank you to all the esteemed guests here, and also our special guest of honor. We really appreciate you being here today, and we don't take this for granted. Thank you all for being here, and also to all the SDG change makers. I mean, especially Cohort 7 who have been on this program from the first day. The hustle and tussle, everything. This is just the beginning, because every step you take today, this is not where it ends. You keep moving, because we do say something here that every step you take, you don't graduate from it, especially in the area of learning. So we really say that you should keep pushing up, keep putting in action to ensure that everything you are doing, you keep documenting them and also making sure that you make a change in society. So that's all, and I will be calling this a close for today. Thank you so much, and we sincerely appreciate.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to our champions and to each and every one of us for breaking this occasion. Wishing you all a Merry Christmas in advance and a Happy New Year. And thank you very much. And have a great week.
When you are named a faith keeper of the Onondaga Council of Chiefs, and for me, it was 51 years ago, you are told that we are now placing in your hands all life, and it is your responsibility to look after all life. Every person